Red Sonja. Red Sonja, welcome to Mirror Domains, your place for entertainment headlines. Mirror Domains movie news. Hey, you know what? We're movie fans here, so let's talk about some of these headlines today. Ooh, we got some MCU release date changes. We got some casting news updates that are going to kind of like bookend the start and the end of the show here. Some really cool stuff with Transformers Rise of the Beasts. A Barbarella reboot is in the works, but we start off today's show by talking about Red Sonja, and we got our first look. And there she is, guys. Cool. What's this? Red Sonja. Matilda Lutz goes full sword and sorcery in first look image. And, guys, it's a promo image, right? So I think it looks pretty cool. Now, this, was up in limbo for a while, but then, originally the actress, I think it was Hannah something or other, she played Ghost in the Ant-Man 2 movie. She was going to play the role, but now she left the project and we got this actress in here. Matilda Lutz is going to be playing Red Sonja. So let's just take a look at her, and hopefully it doesn't show anything too racy here. She was in a smaller horror movie called Revenge that I hear good things about. I never got around to see it. She was in Rings. Was she in Rings? Okay, so this is our Red Sonja. And I hear that this is Revenge, and I hear good things. Okay. This is an actress with red hair. You don't need to have red hair. I don't think that. It would have been cool, though, if you actually did get a redhead, but that's okay. Looking at the first image, guys, I think it looks fantastic. The cameras are rolling in Bulgaria on the Millennium movie, adapted from the comic book series, directed by MJ Bassett. All right. Well, there we go. First image. Sonja. Red Sonja. Well, who else isn't going to be in this movie? Fiery backdrop. Okay. It's really not that much here, guys. It's just really the first image. People just wanted to know what she's going to look like. Well, she's going to have a sword and armor. It's going to be sword and sandal kind of fair, right? Let's take a look at the IMDb page to see what they got for us over here. No poster, no trailer. I don't know why they're showing Back to the Future there, but plot kept under wraps, an adaptation from the comic book Red Sonja, a vengeful warrior known as a she-devil with a sword. She-devil with a sword. What? Okay. You know what? I like the older Red Sonja with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I did like that movie. But Matilda Anna Ingrid Lutz is going to be playing Red Sonja. Robert Sheehan, Martin Ford, Wallace Day. Okay. No other big name there jumps out at me, but this is going to be a smaller project, guys. If they're filming it now, if it's underway in Bulgaria, I would expect maybe late 2024. No, sorry, late 2023, early 2024 for Red Sonja movie, which is kind of cool. I've been, I'm holding my breath for this one. Hopefully it doesn't suck as bad as that Conan reboot. Okay, so yeah, and they go on to talk about some of the troubled past in this project. No release date as of yet, guys, though. No release date. They're just working on it. I'm sure the Millennium has an idea as to when they will want to have this released, but you know what? I dig this image. I dig it, man. Cool. Obviously, I don't think that that's a real shot from the movie. It's a promo image, right? Promo image for Red Sonja revealed. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Okay, talking about other kind of cool things here. Barbarella is going to get a reboot. Barbarella. Did you like Barbarella? With Jane Fonda, I believe it was. Sydney Sweeney to star and executive produce. She's going to executive produce this? Huh. Sydney Sweeney. Now, I don't know too much about this actress other than the fact that she's going to be in the Madame Web movie that's coming out. And she's done a lot of TV stuff, right? White Lotus. Okay, and she was in Euphoria as well. I really need to see Euphoria because I am a Zendaya fan, so I really need to see Euphoria. But she's going to star in a new movie, Barbarella, film based on the French comic book series that was turned into a 1968 movie with Jane Fonda. Cool. All right. I think people will be, yeah, there's Jane Fonda right there. It was kind of along the same kind of affair with, the same kind of, not clout, but, like the same kind of feel and tone of a Red Sonja. But I think she's in space. Barbarella's in space, right? That's not Sword and Sandal. Barbarella. Sydney Sweeney. I think that's a good casting. I think, okay, that'll be kind of cool. Obviously, she's going to be Madame Web first. We got some comments. Let's take a look at some of these comments for Barbarella. Congratulations are in order to Sydney Sweeney. Well done, Paradigm and Hansen, Jacobson, and Teller. We love Jane Fonda's Barbarella, and we'll get the popcorn ready. Let us know if you need an updated Evil Duran or director. Oh yeah, because there's no director attached to this as of yet, right? We just got her kind of producing this. Insiders say the movie is still in development with no writer or director attached. Okay, so this is going to be a far way off Barbarella. Because if it's no writer, hey, they haven't even started writing the script. Unbelievable. And they're going to produce this. Yes, she absolutely here for this. She'll be great. Isn't the original IP a comic? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Why does Hollywood have an obsession with remaking movies that were great to begin with? Okay, so some people are kind of like meh, and we see some people here coming to rebut that. But literally nobody will force you to watch or support it. Why should a new project make you stop wanting to quote the original? Yeah, ad nauseum. You cannot replace Jane Fonda in this role. Well, see, now, yeah, it's going to be the diehard fans out there that'll just kind of like give the very cardboard arguments as to why it shouldn't be made. But and when I mean cardboard arguments, I mean they just don't hold up to any kind of scrutiny here, guys. I would be on board for this. Sydney Sweeney. I haven't seen any of her work yet. I guess my first exposure to her would have been in Madame Web coming out next year. But and if I ever get around to seeing Euphoria, Barbarella, guys. Yeah, the original was 1968. PG. Yeah, as I said, it was kind of like space against aliens and kind of thing. It was kind of fun though, right? Against the evil scientist Duran. Like a little bit of like Flash Gordon-esque kind of flair into there too. So yeah, I need to revisit this one. I do. I think because if I've seen it, I can barely remember anything about it. That's how long it's been for Barbarella. What do you guys think about that reboot? All right, something else that came up here quickly, just here at like the last 20 minutes before I was going to go live. Spirited with Ryan Reynolds, a movie coming out this year, November 11th. Wow, that's just a month away then. Spirited. It's going to be a retelling of The Christmas Carol, but with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. A musical version of Charles Dickens's story of a miserly misanthrope who is taken on a magical journey. Yeah, Christmas Carol, but it's going to be a musical. So the first teaser dropped. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Ebenezer Scrooge. I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. Now, I know he's played like bad characters before, like Amityville Horror, which was cool. I wish he would do more work like that. I like Ryan Reynolds in dramatic roles. Right now, he just seems to be cashing in on him playing Ryan Reynolds, right? But it's with Will Ferrell. It's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. The teaser is Octavia Spencer. Anybody else jump out at me here? Jen Pollock. Okay. Nobody else. But let's take a look at some of the screenshots or what the feeling of Spirited is. It also looks like the director let them, kind of improvise some lines. Yeah. So, Will Ferrell is playing like the ghost of Christmas Present, I believe, and he takes him through the journey, right? Let me just switch over some of the audio here. It's a musical. So it starts off with, you hear tap dancing. You see the silhouettes of them dancing. And he's like, I've never really tap danced before.
How did you know all that?
On Apple TV Plus. So, but it's going to be, what's going to happen here, guys, is that this Spirited is going to be 1 week ahead in the theaters, and then it'll be on Apple TV Plus for the holiday season. But you know what? I kind of like this duo, Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds.
Following me?
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up in the middle there.
Yeah, tap is new for me. If it's
So you can see it's very Ryan Reynolds, right? An Apple original films. And then it looks like, he starts his process here going through Christmas past and stuff like that. But it's going to be musical, guys. Musical. So think of along those lines. It's not going to be like Scrooged or anything like that with Bill Murray. Let's take a look at some of the comments. The Christmas gift no one saw coming, but everyone needs. Cannot wait. This is going to be awesome. A movie my granddaughter would love, right? I love Ryan and Will. This looks amazing. They'll kill it in this movie. Yeah, so that's what you're going to get from here, right? These two working together. And it's been a while since Will Ferrell has had something solid and good, right? Which is, he's got other Christmas movies like Elf, right? So, yeah. All right, so I guess that's the partner that comes in with the chains and stuff. So it is a bit updated. Another telling of the Christmas Carol, but with Ryan Reynolds. You can sort of see him try to be the butthead here in his suit, trying to look smug, but that's fine. Hey, it looks like they got good chemistry. That's what I say. I don't know if he's going to stay with him throughout the entire movie or not. I think there will be other ghosts, though. Or maybe he's playing all the ghosts. I don't know. Not to see. But it's mostly musical, guys, this teaser, so I can't really play too much about it from it. And it looks like they're just going to... Oh, yeah, there's a ghost of Christmas Future, right? We saw that there. Right there. Okay. All right. Byford the Hobbit says, hey. All right. So this is Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, a retelling of a Christmas Carol, but in musical format. I never even knew that this was coming along. So let's take a look at the old IMDb here again, see if we can get a release date on this. The proper release dates here. November 11th in theaters, and then in on Apple TV Plus the other week, right? I think that's what it said. November 11th in theaters, and then streaming on November 18th. Yeah. Okay. Spirited, guys. What do you guys think about that? Are you going to check that out? I would play the trailer, but it's all pretty much music. There's a few spots of them talking, but it's mostly music because it's a musical. Cool. All right, guys. Now we got a bunch of release dates to get through here. A lot of release date changes, and who knows if these are going to be even concrete too. If it's shifted already once before, some of these have shifted before. I'm sure they may get shifted around again. So take this with a little bit of a grain of salt. But let's start off with Dune 2. Dune Part 2 will hit theaters 2 weeks early in November 2023. So Denis Villeneuve, actually they're hard at work right now, filming this right now. So yeah, that makes sense. It should wrap up probably by January. Or no, even before that probably. I'm sure it'll probably wrap up by December, giving them a year of post-production. Timothée Chalamet. So it arrives a little bit early. It was slated for November 17th, but now it's going to be November 3rd because of Blade's old date. Well, Blade was supposed to come out that date, but that got shifted too. So we'll talk about the MCU changes here in just a moment. But let's take a look at Dune Part 2. So that's only a couple weeks. It's going to be released a little bit early. Fine. That's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see Emperor Shaddam IV by Christopher Walken. Actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing Princess Irulan from Florence Pugh because eventually I think Paul and her get married. So it's kind of like, at least in the books, right? They do it for like the betterment of the two houses or something like that. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And then, of course, the guy who played Elvis this year is going to be playing the bad guy, Fade Rotha, right? So that's going to be cool. So 2 weeks early for Dune 2. Hey, no problems there. I suspect that that's probably where it'll stay. hopefully they don't move it forward and then push it back again because of VFX issues. Hopefully not. All right, let's get into some of the MCU stuff. And let's start off with it with a little bit of a speculation, and then we'll get into some more concrete MCU changes here. Speculation, starting off with Spider-Man 4. All right, rumor suggests Marvel Studios and Sony looking to release Spider-Man 4 in 2024. Well, they will have to re-up Tom Holland's contract then by... that's not too hard. But they would have to start filming it... Well, actually, they could start filming it next year. Yeah, so they got time. Summer 2024. That seems about right. For sure. Why not? Because there's rumors that they're going to sign Tom Holland again for another 3-movie contract. Why not after how much money Spider-Man No Way Home made? So that's cool. If this rumor turns out to be true, Marvel and Sony are planning to slip Spider-Man 4 into July 12th, 2024 slot. That would mean it would be 2 weeks between the movie, that and Thunderbolt's debut. Okay. All right, well, we'll take a look at all the other MCU changes here in just a bit. Will there be more Marvel date changes following today's slate shuffle from the MCU? I'm sure there probably will. You know, because they have Kraven that's going to come out. They have Madame Web. We'll have to see how all that kind of fits out. But I suspect that maybe this is kind of true. Rumor that Spider-Man 4 for summer 2024, why not? And don't make people wait like 3 or 5 years for a sequel, for crying out loud. Actually, let's go over to Tom Holland's IMDb just to see what he's got on his slate here, if that would fit in for the 2024. Crowded Room TV series, okay, that's not a problem. He's got nothing on the docket there. Huh. You think they would have... Maybe because they want to try to keep it secret, because I'm sure there's going to be an Uncharted 2. So he'll have that. He'll have Spider-Man 4. Looks like he's got a TV series there. I'm surprised that they don't have anything else listed there. I'm really surprised. Huh. Because usually when you go to an actor's page like this, they'll say filming now and pre-production and stuff coming along like that. I guess because they do want to try to keep it under wraps as to when they want to have this come out. Maybe that's why they're not announcing it. I don't know why you would keep that hidden, though, because it's Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. Come on. No Way Home made like a lot of money, right? 1.7 or something billion? Yeah. Whew. Ooh. All right, let's continue on with the more solidified numbers from the MCU and their release changes, because we saw that this is happening. Blade is going to get put on hold there. Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Secret Wars all get delayed or shuffled around. So let's, well, you know what? When you go to take a look at some of these articles, they bet it here within the better of the paragraphs, and it's kind of hard to disseminate. Originally planned for November 3rd, Blade was, and now it's November 3rd, 2023, and it's now going to get pushed to September 6th, 2024. So, yeah, it's sort of paused, but we knew that it was they need a new director, right? And they're going to have a new writer for Blade. Let's talk about that, because Blade, Mahershala Ali was going to be on there, and they say Marvel Studio pauses Blade. This came out the other day. But then when you actually go and start reading some of the stuff, you see that, Mahershala Ali is still on board for Blade, so I don't think he's going to walk. There was speculation out there that perhaps he could. Despite rumors that Mahershala Ali would depart Blade, the actor is still on board and reportedly heavily involved in rewrites. And I think people do want to see him as Blade. It's just, guys, sooner rather than later. This like reeks of someone dropping the ball, that the script isn't ready by now. I guess we heard those reports out there that it was only 90 pages, that there were only 2 action scenes in it. And it's kind of like, what are you guys doing, for crying out loud? And people can speculate as to reason as to why that was so in shoddy condition. But Blade is going to be to 2024. And that sort of makes sense. And if Mahershala Ali is now taking a little bit more of a vested interest in the script, that's a positive sign too, because that means that he's going to be on board for that for sure. Some of the other changes out there was Deadpool 3 was announced. Yeah. So, as I said, these are all embedded in here, and it's kind of hard to, like, Fantastic Four will now be delayed 3 months to February 14th, 2024. Kang Dynasty retained its original release date. Secret Wars moves out a year, and Deadpool Yeah, and we'll have to see how the Spider-Man fits in. Now, I kind of did the liberty here of kind of just sorting this out a little bit for you guys to see if it looks a little bit better there. Okay, so there. Yeah, that's a little bit better, right? Instead of having it in bed. So here are the release dates. As of now, Blade is going to be September 6th, 2024, if they get the script together and find a good director, right? Because then if they get the script together, the director that comes in may want to change it. I hope they get the director before they finish working the script rewrites so that the new director can come in at that stage and just work with the script like that so they can just get into production as quickly as possible. Deadpool 3, November 8th, 2024. So those are 2024. And we know that Hugh Jackman's coming back for Deadpool 3 so as Logan. And that's cool. Fantastic Four now gets pushed back 3 months now to February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2025. Okay, the director of WandaVision's taking care of that. I'm sure the cast. Well, guys, that's actually that's like 2 years away then. I don't know if I like that. Do you guys like that? Well, Fantastic Four is supposed to end. I thought it was supposed to end Phase 5 here. I thought it was. And then the two Avengers movies, Kang Dynasty keeps its date May 2nd, 2025. And then Avengers Secret Wars was supposed to come out in 2025, but they delayed it a whole year to May 1st, 2026. May 1st. So we'll take a look at these dates just one more time before you take a look out here. But let's just move over to here and talk about Kang here just for a moment. And Secret Wars. The Secret Wars delay was inevitable and very good because I think I don't know how much. I'm sure that the Kang Dynasty will bleed a little bit into what happens in Secret Wars for sure, right? And there are people out there saying, well, you know what, it worked for Avengers Infinity War and Endgame because they were a year apart. So delay will make a better movie. Well, I don't know if it'll make it better. I'm sure they just hired on the screenwriters for it. So, yeah, they still got time. 2026. They got a lot of time. 4 years, guys. 4 years before we see Secret Wars. But the slate for the MCU is starting to come a lot more into focus here with these release dates being hammered down. And you can speculate as to why things get pushed around. I'm guessing maybe because of actors, perhaps, and their schedules. They're just trying to nail them down to see who's going to be able to get into these filming schedules. And they're trying to give themselves enough leeway there for post-production and visual effects houses to come on board to finish up the visual effects. So, yeah, Kang Dynasty. Now, they do try to release their schedule here, but this is kind of really hard to read stuff. And they don't give a very good date reading there. So those are the current MCU changes. Oh, and the only other change was that they moved Black Panther this year up a couple weeks, right? It's now going to be on November 11th. Oh, so that'll be, November 11th. So that's just a month away now for Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. That one got moved up too. But that's okay. No worries. No big deal there. So let me just pull up the release schedule again there, guys, so we can go over it in our heads and confirm. As I said, it's not a big, huge deal because these movies, 2024, we got to get through this, finish off this year with Wakanda Forever, and then next year's slate for sure for the MCU. I think it's still going to be pretty solid. So Blade is the one that's kind of still up in the air as to will it keep that date. That's the only one that I feel like is going to be more liquidy. It's not going to that could fluctuate depending on how quickly that production comes together. But Deadpool 3 I think is going to be there. Fantastic Four, okay, all right. So those are the MCU changes, guys. As I said, they're still a couple of years away, so it really depends on how fluid that is. I'm sure it could change. But for today, and here in 2022, November 12th, movie news, that's what we get. That's what we get. All right, yesterday, Angela Lansbury passed on, and I just want to give my quick little appreciation for her because, you kind of grew up with some of the Disney movies that she was in and stuff like that. People watched Murder, She Wrote and stuff. Talented actress, storied career for sure. 96, like 5 days before she was 97, right? Right, and that's not a tragic ending. That's a life long lived, and a good life lived, right? Because you hear cool things about her, like not only as an actress, but like helping people behind the scenes and stuff, giving advice to get out of bad situations and stuff like that. So yeah, that's just cool. And you know, looking at some of this article on Hollywood Reporter is rather lengthy, so they just go on and talk about her career and her highlights and stuff. But I thought I'd just pull up her IMDb page here. I think my first exposure was bed knobs and broomsticks, right? For me, she definitely had a longer career than that, guys. Way longer. Let's go down to some of her first works. Wow. Okay. 1944. Wow. A Picture of Dorian Gray. Ooh, cool. Yeah, so she was in a lot of stuff, and I dig her work, and it's well, a bit of a sorrow way to, not really, but it's just, when people pass, and it's just kind of like you want to pay tribute to their works and stuff like that. For me, yeah, bed knobs and broomsticks. Yeah, right there. Miss Price. She sang in she was in a version of Death on the Nile. Cool. I'll have to check out that version. Because I like Death on the Nile story. That was good. Pirates of Penzance. Really. And then, of course, she was the voice in Beauty and the Beast, right? Mrs. Potts. A lot of people will remember that performance. Murder, She Wrote, 1984 to 1996. Wow. That's a long series run. That is. So not only on the big screen, but on the little screen as well, guys. And she worked right up until 2018. Wow. And she was in that Mary Poppins Returns movie. Very, very storied career. Angela Lansbury. Rest in peace. All right, let's try to get back up into the higher spirits here and talking about going really, really high. Is Tom Cruise going out into outer space? Tom Cruise space movie will make him the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside the space station. Universal boss says, "Oh God, imagine the the insurance people on Tom Cruise and what they're just like, oh God, please don't let anything go wrong." But Tom Cruise, with all of the crazy stunts that he does, he's meticulous at the training for it. Remember for that last Mission Impossible movie with Henry Cavill that he did that really high parachute jump where he had to have like the mask on because they're that high. It took like many hours to train for that, and Henry Cavill was like, I want to do it too. But Tom was like, no, because you have to take all of this training and certifications and stuff to be certified to do that, to get that shot. So although Henry Cavill wanted to do it, Tom Cruise had already gone in ahead and done all of that training and stuff to do that jump. So that when he does something like a spacewalk and training to go out into outer space, he's going to do his homework. He's going to do his due diligence to do all of that training to make sure that he knows all the safety procedures. He knows what to do if something goes wrong, kind of thing. Because Tom Cruise is just awesome. And he's talking about great careers. He's wow. So he's going to be doing a spacewalk. Hopefully, so it's still not confirmed yet. Yeah. Because I'm sure, my God, like the insurance people, the insurance behind it's just got to be crazy. Because if you're up there, you would have to leave those shots for like the final shots that you would have to get for the film. Everything else would have to be filmed first, because if something does go wrong, it's just going to be like, we have enough movie magic now that you can film a spacewalk and have it look somewhat realistic. Well, realistic. right? Using green screen stages and stuff like that, VFX. But to know that it's going to be an actual real live spacewalk within the movie with Tom Cruise actually doing it, wow. Wow, that's just going to be, that's going to be cool to check out, man. When is this movie supposed to come out? Let's see. Producer for NASA, SpaceX, Lyman. No release date just yet. Okay. But the budget's supposed to be around 200 million, and I think he'll make that back. 200 million. People just want to see it for the spectacle, right? Yeah. Cool. Tom Cruise in space. All right, we got some more casting news to talk about here. A couple new casting stories that actually were not listed here, but they will be in the description below. Some of them will, because some of them I kind of skipped over here. But we'll talk about Joker 2 casting. Brendan Gleeson. We saw that he joined Joker 2, and he gives the reason why Joker 2 star Brendan Gleeson joined the DC sequel. There's this character from Harry Potter. Okay. Brendan Gleeson. Great actor. He's going to be in The Banshees of Inisherin later this month that I'm going to hopefully go and check out. But in an interview with Collider promoting The Banshees of Inisherin, he was asked about working on Joker 2. So let's take a look at his quote here. It wasn't the material, which was a great way to get me out of having to answer any questions about the criteria. It was the achievement of the first film. I worked with Joaquin before on The Village, and so I knew him from then. And that performance, I'm still in awe of it. The performance as Joker in that first movie, it was one of the most extraordinary achievements I've ever had. And for Todd to have worked the movie around to allow for that, I didn't have to be asked twice. I really didn't. So he wanted to work with Joaquin Phoenix again, right? So he worked with Joaquin before on The Village. I'm just trying to remember. He was one of the parents, right, in The Village. And so I knew him from then, and that performance, I'm still in awe of it. So yeah, and then of course, well, he won the Academy Award for it, right, for Joker. So for crying out loud, yes. Joker 2, Folly et Dieu is supposed to be a musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Brendan Gleeson just wants to be in on it. He wants to see that performance. He wants to be part of that creative process. So that makes sense, and I'm on board with him too, man. Definitely. Joker, Folly et Dieu, 2024, October 4th, 2024, which I believe in December here is when Joker 2 starts actually filming. So yeah, I think it's about a year and 8 months, 10 months, a year and 10 months. Well, to complete it and get it in the can post-production. I don't expect a huge post-production stuff for Joker 2, but hey, you know what? If they have, they got sound stages and stuff that they use for like big musical numbers, because it's supposed to like take place all in their heads, right? That's how they kind of share the fantasy between the Joker and Harley Quinn. Of them, she'll sing and stuff like that. So it's really, it's not going to be a complete musical where they're singing all the time, but it's going to be not quite like Moulin Rouge, I'm expecting, but I'm expecting them to like I just hope that the musical numbers make sense, and if they make sense, fine. I just want to see Joaquin back as Joker. That's what I want to see. So October 2024 is when that comes out, and Brendan Gleeson just is happy to be back for that. One quick story in here that I forgot to put in the notes here, but are in the description, guys. Is Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be joining Scott Derrickson, director of Doctor Strange, in the new movie The Gorge. So Anya Taylor-Joy Cool. And she's going to be joining Miles Teller. Now, this is a shot from the menu that comes out later this year. But yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy, can't go wrong with that. She just recently pulled out of Nosferatu with Robert Eggers. Maybe because of the Gorge. Who knows? But do we have anything else here on what the Gorge is supposed to be about? The Gorge was originally sold as a spec script to Skydance last year, following a long bidding war. Bidding war? Really? Okay. So let's just see if we can get a synopsis a little bit here. No, the film has been in the works for some time. Okay. Scott Derrickson, of course, obviously did the first Doctor Strange, and he did Sinister and Black Phone. So he's got a horror vibe to it. So is Gorge going to be a little bit about a horror movie? Let's take a look at the IMDb. The Gorge. Two very dangerous young people who, despite the corrupt and lethal world they operate in, find a soulmate in each other. So you think they're gangsters or something? The Gorge. Maybe they go into Gorge to get rid of a body? Anya Taylor-Joy, Miles Teller, yeah, he was coming off a hit this year with Top Gun Maverick. Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be in Furiosa, guys, and she was in Northman this year, and she's probably one of my favorite actresses of all time right now, and she's got to be in top 5. She was just in Amsterdam, if you happen to see that too. Actually, she was pretty good in Amsterdam. She was. But she's joining The Gorge with Scott Derrickson, Miles Teller. Any more details come along that way, I will let you guys know as soon as I do. Because that just sounds cool. All right. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Michelle Yeoh and Pete Davidson joined Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Only his voices, though. Only his voices. Because I think from my understanding, Transformers Rise of the Beasts is all in the can. And actually, I thought it wrapped filming a while ago. But Michelle Yeoh, she's big right now. Huge, right? Because of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Pete Davidson is still yet to be a totally proven entity on the big screen. We know he's got a big following on social medias, and he was popular on SNL. But Michelle Yeoh will voice Erazor, sorry, and Davidson will voice Mirage on Stephen Caple Jr.'s Beast Wars, or his version of the Transformers Beast Wars, Rise of the Beasts. Stephen Caple Jr. did Creed 2, so that's that director. I just hope it keeps along the same. I don't mind that it's going to the Beast Wars storyline. I got no problem with that. I just hope it keeps the same kind of tone and feeling that Bumblebee had. If we go back to the Bayformers, that's not what I'm looking forward to. The sequel is set for June 9th, 2023, after being pushed back a year by a pandemic production delay. Yeah. So it was pushed back because of all that stuff. That riff-raff that happened last year. And that was it's pretty much to a tail end here. Let's take a look at the IMDb for this. No teaser for it yet. But Transformers Rise of the Beast, we got the logo. Plot unknown, reportedly based on the spin-off Beast Wars, which feature robots that transform into robotic animals. And we do have other voice castings that were announced for this, because Ron Perlman, Hellboy, is going to be playing Optimus Primal. And Peter Cullen is actually going to be the original voice of Optimus Prime again, so that's cool. No other names of the robots that will be in there. I'm sure Megatron will get turned into a T-Rex too, right? That's what he got turned into? Maximal Erzazor. Or is she going to be the bad guy? Is Michelle Yeoh going to be the bad guy? Autobot Mirage. Because we've seen from production photos that, this came out a year ago, guys, that we saw these production photos, that we're going to get the original Gen 1 Optimus Prime, which is cool in my books. And then we know that somehow they're going to get sucked into a time vortex and get sent back in time, right? Cool, man. And there's the director right there, right? This is the guy who directed Creed. So it looks like he's on board with this. Is that Ironhide? Is that Ironhide? Huh. Cool. Is this supposed to be Bumblebee? I don't know. But seeing the original Optimus there, why not? Why not give it to us, guys? For sure. For sure. Rise of the Beasts. Some voice casting news. So, yeah, 2023, June 9th, 2023. I'll be on board for that. Because I really like Bumblebee, and I hope they continue that kind of feel and tone for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. For my big headlines, I was just going to pull up the old Twitterverse here and hit the refresh button on it and see if we got anything else going here. I forgot to do this already. My little spiel here, guys. You know, we do movie news daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. There are all my other social media handles that you can find. Hey, you know all those little shorts that we publish here on the channel? You can find extended versions of those on TikTok and Instagram, and too, a little bit behind the scenes stuff, on the stories and stuff that I share there. And Mondays, we do House of the Dragon, episode 8. This week was just, what a shocker. Wow. Great episode. And then later on today, we will be doing Andor, episode 6. I hear good things about this one. Hear good things. I can't wait for it, guys. It'll be halfway through that season. Halfway through, because it's 12 episodes. And then tomorrow, guys, we wrap up She-Hulk episode 9. Will be episode 9 tomorrow. It's on Thursdays, 1:30 p.m. is when all of these shows go, guys. So Friday, we wrap up Rings of Power season 1. Episode 8 will be on Friday. So we'll be looking forward to that, to see how that wraps up nicely. On the weekends, we do a Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all of the big horror movie news headlines that drop during the week. And that's a cool show. People like that. They really do. Hey, you're going to find something that you like here on Mirror Domains. Full live watch-alongs for series, movies like Predator Prey, Hellraiser. That new Hellraiser, guys, it was awesome. I dug it. Okay, so that's what you're going to find. Hit that thumbs up button, guys, and subscribe. Let's go over to the Twitterverse and see if I've missed any big headlines. I'm pretty sure that I didn't. And you know what? If I did, it's a 24-hour news cycle. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I just want to make sure that, hey, if something dropped while I was blabbing on here for the last 45 minutes, then let's make sure that we address that for sure. All right. Do I have anything else here that perhaps... okay. No. All right. Nothing else there that I missed. Let's go over to the old Twitterverse here and see what's trending. Brendan Fraser says he's open to doing a new sequel to The Mummy. What? I don't know how it would work, but I'd be open to it if someone came up with the right concept. Somebody misquote the conceit, right? The right conceit. I think he meant concept. Okay. Well, he's a bit long in the tooth for this kind of role now, but well, no, maybe he's not. He's getting a lot of praise right now for The Whale, guys. A lot of praise for The Whale. So, I could see something like that happening, perhaps. Maybe. I just hope he would get Rachel Weisz back. Get Rachel Weisz back. Sydney Sweeney to produce and star in Caretaker. Okay, so she's got Barbarella and something called The Caretaker in the works. The Caretaker tells the story of a young woman who accepts a caretaking job from Craigslist, and quickly discovers her responsibilities have stakes far greater and more dangerous than she could ever have imagined. Okay. I hear lots of good things about this actress, so I sounds like she's got everything working in her favors. Hope she didn't have to pay a steep price for it. I hope not. Okay. A documentary series exploring the real life of behind the show Glee. Yeah, that's going to be a story, isn't it? Brendan Fraser says Warner Bros. Discovery shelving Batgirl is tragic. Indeed it was. It doesn't engender trust among filmmakers and the studio. Leslie Grace was fantastic. Everything we shot was really exciting. Yeah, and I still hope we'll get to see a version of her Batgirl, because you if you followed her on social media, she was really diving into it, and she was giving it her all. And it bummed me out that movie got pulled. I know it probably wasn't going to be the greatest thing out there, but I still would have been, I still would have checked it out. Yeah, because Michael Keaton was going to be back as Batman, and Brendan Fraser was playing the bad guy. Okay, so he gets more praise there for The Whale. Brendan Fraser, Darren Aronofsky on the cover of Variety. Okay. Darren Aronofsky, very talented director. No controversy surrounding him. Good. What's this? Funny Girl on Broadway. Policeman, My Policeman posters are going to be on Prime November 4th. That's with Harry Styles, that I guess is getting a lot of accolades by the younger crowds for Don't Worry Darling, oddly enough. Kristen Stewart on a new current project. Okay, with the director. Is that the director? Okay. Cool. Well, I like Kristen Stewart and her work. Patty Considine. Talking about House of the Dragon. Yeah, wow. Look at that. He really transformed to play Viserys in that last episode, didn't he? The makeup helped for sure, probably, but man. Dune Part 2 and The Hunger Game Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes will no longer be released on the same date. And that's one of the reasons, too, why Dune got moved, right? These two movies were supposed to be on the same date. And Hunger Games prequel there about the young President Snow, that gives them breathing room between the two. And that's good. Yeah, I can see that working. Michelle Yeoh, Pete Davidson. Yeah, Pete Davidson. Huh? Is that the best shot that you could use? Oh, mercy. Dakota Johnson, Isabella Merced, and Celeste O'Connor on the set of Madame Web. Talking about Madame Web. And, okay, so she's going to be playing a younger version of the character, obviously. Not the old lady. But I hear there's supposed to be multiple Madame Webs in this, that you're going to see her at different ages. So perhaps, maybe this will fit. Looks like modern times there. Yeah, Austin Butler right there, right? What kind of clothing does he got on there? Because the jacket goes to here, then what the heck is hanging in here? Weird. Zendaya always takes a good picture. Florence Pugh. Timothée Chalamet. More TV stuff. Interview Magazine. More Madame Web stuff. Yeah, we saw those. Dahmer has become Netflix's biggest English language series of all time. Really? Really? Now, I saw Dahmer, and I gave him my piece about this. The performance by the father was the best part of it for me. He did a good job as Dahmer, I would say. But the performance himself, Evan Peters did a good job for sure. Was it? Yeah. Okay. Let them have their moment of glory there. Halloween Ends is expected to open with 50 million plus, and I'm seeing it tomorrow, guys. Halloween Ends at the domestic box office. I think I'm seeing it at 5 p.m. In fact, I believe I am. It's 5 p.m. Halloween Ends. So pay attention just around 7:30ish. I'll have my straight out of the theater reaction up for Halloween Ends. All right, 20 years. He's going to work together again with the guys who made. Adam Sandler's going to be working with the guys who made Uncut Gems again, right? Okay, cool. No problem there. Chevalier. I don't know what the heck is that. It's supposed to be released April 7th. Don't know what that is. Angela Lansbury. Secret War is getting moved. Blade has been delayed. Fantastic Four has been delayed. Okay, Deadpool 3 has been delayed. We talked about all this, guys. Upcoming Anya Taylor-Joy. I have to be cognizant of that. Because she herself said Anya Taylor-Joy. It's kind of like Barry Keoghan. Because I heard it pronounced Keoghan. But he himself said that he pronounces the G in it. So it's Keoghan. And Anya Taylor-Joy, she says Anya Taylor-Joy, not Anya Taylor-Joy. Herself said that she says it's Anya. It's just difficult for me because I'm watching Midnight Club right now, and one of the characters is Anya. So it's... and actually, pay attention to that later on today, guys. I have to edit it. It's all in the video. It's all in my phone right now. Episode 2 for the Midnight Club is on there. I'll edit it and put that up later on today. Once I'm done all of the shows for today and the movie news stuff here, for sure. And we'll get on to that. Miles Teller. Is that her? Yeah. Long hair, though. Must be extensions. She takes a great picture. What's she doing here with her legs? I didn't even see her legs there. I thought she was just sitting there normally. Okay. All right. And there we are yesterday. The guy who's going to be playing Kang, right? This is the guy who's going to be playing Kang. He's obviously ripped. Jesus Christ. Ooh. All right. Guys, that's it for today. It's not really a long show today. I don't think there's that much more that I could see. I guess I could go over to the old YouTube page to see if any other trailers dropped. I don't expect that there is. So let me see. School of Good and Evil trailer number 2 is out. I don't know if I'll post that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's about it. Guys, in 35 minutes we'll be watching Andor, episode 6. Andor. Yes. And I got some time here in between episodes. We'll take a good 15-minute break. Maybe 20-minute break. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 20 minutes. I'm going to jam here for a little bit. Why not? To end out the show today, it's Wednesday. Might as well play some guitar. If you guys have any headlines that you want to talk about or anything that I perhaps missed, let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button for sure. What was I working with there? I don't know if that works. So I'll be going A, D, G. This is where it helps to play with other musicians as well. Like, see, if I were playing with a drummer there, I would get the beat, and then we would just mess around with that, and that's kind of the fun, right? because I'm doing this, so I can't use that. Or I have to somehow borrow? No, so it'll be that. No, that's terrible, James. That's cheesy too. Oh, I don't know. I've been jamming with this old song too. Ooh. See what I did there? I'm using 5 notes in a row. What musical scale is that? None. Well, does it sound okay though? If I were to play it in... So I'm going up 2 steps. Not do that. No, it'd be. Yeah. So it's all on A major. let's try that again. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't sound very good, right? Yeah, so going. And that's where we're at, back on the A. Okay, well, yeah, I'll jam around with that for more. Guys, I'm going to take about a 25-minute break here, and we'll be back at 1:30 for Andor, Episode 6. And pay attention later on today, we'll be dropping that Midnight Club Episode 2 reaction. It's just going to be that continuous, small, kind of all done on my phone stuff, guys. Just quick stuff, because, I just don't want to get too invested with production values into that one. All right, that's it for tomorrow. Guys, Thursday's a big day too. We'll be doing movie news tomorrow at 12 and be wrapping up She-Hulk in the afternoon. And then tomorrow night, I'm seeing Halloween Ends in the theater, 5 p.m., guys, Eastern. It's going to be a busy day for sure. Busy day. Halloween Ends. So I finally get to figure out what happens. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're not joining us for She-Hulk, hit that thumbs up button. See you next time on Mirror Domains.